The subject of divorce is something that is not a good thing. I would say divorce is a painful thing. Um, a lot of financial things get caught up, especially when you have children. Divorce can be very messy, nasty. It's a unfortunate part of life, unfortunately. But with no fault divorce in particular, and no fault divorce, I think has its place. But I think they need to kind of tighten the guardrails on no fault divorce, because when somebody can just say, you know what, I don't want to be here no more, which I don't want to take that away from a person, because you shouldn't be with somebody that don't want to be with you. The only thing that I would change with no fault divorce is if the only way you can get 50-50, like community property, unless it has a fault, but you can leave for any reason. Go ahead, that's fine. But you can't take 50% of everything if you want to just leave. You just don't want to be that person no more, right? If that makes sense. But I want you to hear what this brother has to say, because there are women that's been on the internet that has regret doing that. But we'll check that out.
What never ceases to amaze me is women crying on social media about their divorce that they initiated, that they filed for. Oh, yes. My ex-husband has moved on. We broke up. He's thriving. Maybe I should have worked it out. I regret getting my divorce. All this other stuff. I got to work. The whole lifestyle changed. I lost the house. The kids love my ex-husband, and they barely like being with me. I'm pretty sure. Because most men aren't getting married unless they really love that woman. So I'm pretty sure he fought hard as hell for y'all not to get that divorce. Yet you were so gung-ho on getting that divorce that you got it. You got it exact. Hindsight is 20/20. Now you see how it feels to be divorced, how it feels to be out here dating. Because it looked green on the other side when you're in that marriage and y'all going through shit. And y'all just can't figure it out right now. But y'all could if y'all stick together. But you couldn't see that. You see everybody else outside having fun. You see the highlights. You don't see the low lights. You don't see the lonely nights. You don't see them taking their depression medicine or anxiety medicine or drinking themselves or drugging themselves to sleep. You don't see those nights.
The only reason I brought this, we're bringing this up, is because statistically, more women do file for divorce than men. A lot of divorces are really between the ages of 45 and 55, according to research, and that's in the menopause years, right? And there's a lot of things happen during those years. But women file more, well, because it's more of an incentive. It's not an equal financial punishment. Trust me, if it was an equal financial punishment, you probably would reconsider, because when you know there's going to be a consequence, you're more willing to say, well, let's work this stuff out. Let's do this, let's do that. And also as men, we understand it's not about our feelings all the time. We understand that, hey, you got to get over that, because you could working toward the greater good. As a man, if we got our feelings every time on our job, we wouldn't keep jobs. We'll leave our jobs every day, maybe probably every day or once a week we'll quit, because we got our feelings about something. We understand our feelings is not important, because the bills have to be paid and we'll get over it. If it's not something like I always tell people, no beating, cheating, a very toxic relationship, everybody to see y'all, everybody see you bad for each other, just the way y'all act with each other. It's just no love there. It's gone. Trust me. And it's definitely mutual. Hey, I have no issue with that, because it's better for people to live in peace instead of living in a combat zone. And also it's not good for the children. But there are people in which he's talking about, that women that have just left their situation. And also looking at women online. I told y'all before, looking online at other women is smoke and mirrors. They look at it no different than you look at it like a movie. They curating the content you're seeing. They're taking pictures, they're smiling, and they could be depressed. They're out in clubs or whatever. You don't know who they with, what they're doing, and why they're doing it, or what they had to do to be in these locations. You understand what I'm saying? Envying certain women that travel all over the world. Yeah, like, what do you do for a living to travel all over the world? Just curious, because there's women that travel all over the world too, and they on some 304 behavior. You always see them in a different country taking pictures all the time. Especially you see them in Dubai taking pictures. Like, what you about to do in Dubai? right? We all know what's going on over there. The Dubai porta potty. Are you over there for that? Do not envy what you see a woman do online because it's fake. Especially those quote unquote influencers. Oh man, I'm stuck in this marriage and she's living a good life. No, she's not. She probably drugged out somewhere, getting slutted out somewhere. You don't know nothing. Online, she can show you whatever face she want to show you. She wish she had your problem. She wish she had her own home and home husband that's not treating her like a Dubai porta potty. She wish she didn't have to go do all that. A regular life, going to the school and the PTA meeting, and some of these girls, like I said, you don't know how they living. But you let all that smoke and mirrors from the internet, and then you're like, I can do better. I can do this. I can do that. Look at myself. Look, I look good. I do this. I do that. Then you finally get out there and see how these guys really are. These guys don't want to be with you. They'll sleep with you, but they don't want to be with you. And then after you keep experiencing that, you like realize, dog, I didn't have it so bad in my marriage. I mean, he wasn't perfect, but at least I knew who he was. I knew what made him mad, not mad. I knew what made him sad, not sad. I knew he was happy. I knew it was this. If he told me this, I knew that's what it was. It wasn't a lie. It's like you knew this man versus you getting to know all these other dudes out here and they running through you because they telling you a bunch of sweet nothings. You falling for it. They get what they want out of you and they ghost you. You won't even hear from them no more. That's what happens to a lot of them. Oh, I thought dating would be this and that. I was kind of excited to go date because I've been in a long-term marriage. Okay. These guys not out here trying to marry you. These guys out here trying to run through you. And that's just really, and the reason why they do that these days is because the women kind of lowered the bar. You got women in today's society will sleep with a guy the first day she meet him. Women would do this. So the bar has been really lowered. So how are you going to expect these men to take you seriously when you have a man that married you? Because a lot of these guys not trying to marry none of you. I don't care how you look. Don't matter. They're not trying to marry you because they know it's 10, 20 others they can sleep with too. And they have the idea why buy the cow when you're getting the milk for free? And the milk been free too easily. So who are you that they going to settle down with? First, you already had a guy that loved your behind enough to marry you because most men not going to just marry any old woman anyway. If we want to make you the missus, that means we truly love you. You understand? So if you got a problem with your husband, work that stuff out. He ain't beating you. He's not cheating on you. Okay? He's not being toxic. Yeah, it may be some issues y'all may be having. Trust me, it happens. Work that stuff out. Trust me, because the alternative isn't better. Don't listen to these women online. Yeah, I got my divorce. I should have did it sooner. You don't know what she's saying, what's going on in her life. It's easy for her to say that. Tell her to become a streamer and show her life after that. Every day stream. Just stream. Show your life every day after that. Let's see how it looks. Let's see if that's attractive. People can paint whatever picture they want for you on a pre-recorded video, but tell them just to stream their life for a good week. How is it for them? Sometimes people lie to cope with something. Let me tell you something. Nothing about divorce feels great, even when it's justified. Because sometimes you can kick yourself in the teeth like, why? Yeah, sometimes you could be in a situation that was toxic. And trust me, if it's toxic and cheating and beating and all that and you leave, trust me, you're happy. You're happy. And I'm happy for you. Trust me, I understand being happy and feel like, why didn't I do this sooner? Trust me, I been there, done that. I'm married, but at one point in time, I went through that same issue, and it was one like, why didn't I do that sooner? And it was extremely toxic, and it was a messed up situation that happened to me in that. And hey, it was the best thing ever. And if it's that kind of situation for a woman, I'm with the woman on that one. But if it wasn't that, and that's what this guy's talking about, you just leaving just because you thinking the grass is green on the other side, you're going to find out the hard way. You're always going to find out the hard way. But, stick it out because a good man is not easy to find. Trust me.